Hello, friends. Welcome to Betkraft, your home of show bet football analysis and predictions. Okay, today is another beautiful Friday morning, the 24th day of May 2024. Okay, we have a lot of games as usual going on across the globe, and we look into these games, meta selections, and also, look into the selection that we made our in-depth analysis on it before we brought it forward for you. All right, that's what we do on a daily basis now in Betcraft. Okay, I know yesterday we had a not so wonderful outing yesterday, seeing that we were not able to get to our standard, but today we are poised to do better because we have actually looked at these games, especially and. We hope that this very one that we have today is going to spur us to get into a winning streak in this channel, just like we used to do in the past. All right. Without further ado, I want to ask those of us who are coming across our video for the very first time to take our time to hit the subscription button so that you don't miss out on our subsequent games that will be coming up on this very channel. And that being said, let's head to the business of the day. And today we are starting with the very first game. And the first game is in Denmark, first division, where we have Kodin IF will be up against Aalborg. And we'll look at how both teams have fared in their recent encounters, and also how they have fared playing from their home and away, respectively. So we'll see that the home side, in the past six games they've had, have been able to manage three wins. They've also had one loss and as well as two draws in the past six games they've had. And the away side, Aalborg have managed just one win in the past six. They've also had one draw as well as four losses. And taking it down to how both sides fared from home and away perspective, we could see that home side have been able to achieve six wins playing from home. They've also had two draws as well as two losses playing from home. And the away side, on the other hand, have also been able to manage their five wins playing from away. They've also had two draws as well as three losses from away. But what is quite prominent in these their encounters is the fact that they've been scoring a lot of goals in these their games. You see that the home side in the past 10 home games, the scoreline have always been over 2.5. They have seen over 2.5 on seven occasions, and away side also on seven occasions they've as well seen over 2.5 on seven occasions. So we do expect to see a lot of goals in this one. Also, what you've mentioned is the fact that the last time both teams met, saw them playing out a 3-3 draw. That was in April this year. So we do expect to see a lot of goals flying in this one. It is an over 2.5. That's our body for that very encounter. At least minimum of three goals. And the next game is in Spanish La Liga. We'll have Girona who will be up against Granada. We always know that Girona has been doing very well since this season. Seeing that they've achieved the third position in Spanish La Liga. And we see that Girona in the past six games have been able to achieve four wins. They've also had two losses. And the away side Granada have had just one win in the past six games, as well as one draw and four losses. And when you take it down to how both sides fared from home and away, you could see that the home side, Girona, have been able to, achieve eight wins playing from home. They've also had one draw as well as one loss. And the away side, on the other hand, have had just two draws playing from away, and have lost eight games playing from away. They have lost 80% of their away games they've had so far. So, Girona, on the other hand, the only match they've lost, which was against Villarreal, their last home match, where they lost out by 1-0. But when you take a look at how both sides have fared in head-to-head proceedings, because we always see that Girona, in the last meeting from with this side, we saw them defeating them from away by 4-2. So we do expect Girona, who is expected to right their wrongs and also redeem themselves, and as well closer the season, in a very, very respectable note. We expect them to see to win outright in this very one. It is home win. That's our value for this very encounter, and that takes us to the very next game. And the next game is in Sweden, where we have Malmo who will be up against Kalmar. Malmo have been able to achieve three wins in the past six games, as well as three losses. And the away side, Kalmar have had two wins and four losses in the last six games they've had so far. When you take it down to how both sides fare from home and away, you could see that the home side, Malmo, have been able to achieve six wins. They've also had two losses as well as two draws playing from home. And the other side, away side, Kalmar have managed four wins playing from away. Have also had one draw as well as five losses playing from away. So when you put all that together, you see that Malmo is slightly better also, you know, seeing that last time Malmo played from home against this side, we saw Malmo defeating this side by 1 goal to nil. So in this very encounter, we know that Malmo is a very, very, very big side in Sweden. And seeing that the recent matches they had a 2-2 draw against Haken, and we do expect them to rise to the occasion in this very one to redeem themselves in front of their home fans to win outrightly in this very game. So we do expect a home win. That's our verdict for that very encounter, and that takes us to the very next game. And next game is in Norway. We'll have a Bodo Glimt, a very strong side, coming up against KUFM, KFUM. All right, that's the name of that club there. So we do have the Bodo Glimt, who have been able to win 4 games in the past. They've also had 2 losses, and the way side KFUM have managed 3 wins and also 3 losses in the past 6 games. And when you take it down to how they fared from home and away, you could see that the home side Bodo Glimt in the past 10 home games have been able to win 4. They've also had 5 losses as well as 1 draw. Some of those losses came against Crystal Palace, Ajax, and Sparta Praha. Most of them are also friendly games that they had prior to resumption of the season. And the away side, on the other hand, have had been able to achieve 6 wins playing from away. They've also had 2 losses as well as 2 draws playing from away. Okay, and we all know that Bodo Glimt is a very strong side in Norway. Excuse me, and they are doing very well at the moment. And so we do expect them to rise to the occasion in front of their fans to win outrightly in this very game. It is home win. That's what we expect in this very game. Okay, and that will take us to the next game, and the next game is in Singapore. We'll have Balesta Khalsa coming up against the Tampines Rovers. Okay, Balesta Khalsa in the past 6 games have been able to achieve 3 wins as well as 2 draws and 1 loss. And the way side Tampines Rovers have had 4 wins, 1 draw as well as 1 loss in the past 6 encounters. And when you take it down to how they fared for home and away, the home side have been able to achieve 3 wins as well as 1 draw and also 6 losses playing from home. And the away side, on the other hand, Tampines Rovers have been able to see 4 wins playing from away as well as 2 draws and as well as also 4 losses playing from away. So when you put all that together, also quite noticeable is the fact that the goals scored in this very league, they scored a lot of goals, saying that 9 games out of the past 10 home games for the home side have always seen an over 2.5, and also the away side have also produced over 2.5 on 6 occasions in the past 10 away games they've had so far. When you put all that together, you know that over 2.5 is high, is on the cards in this very one, saying that the head-to-head meetings for both sides, the last 10 head-to-head meetings have always produced a lot of goals. 9 out of those 10 have seen on over 2.5, and some of them have seen more. So we do expect to see at least 3 goals in this very one. Over 2.5, that's our verdict. And that takes us to the next game. The next game that we have is in Malaysia, where we have Kedah, who will be up against Perak. Okay, Kedah in the past 6 games have been able to achieve 3 wins as well as 3 losses, and the away side have had 6 losses in the past 6 games they've had so far. When you bring it down to how they fared from home and away perspective, you could say that the home side have been able to win 7 games out of 10. They've also had 2 losses as well as 1 draw in the past 10 home games they've had so far. So it goes to show they've been able to win 70% of their home matches. It means that they're doing very well even when they're playing from home. And the away side, on the other hand, have had just 2 wins from away, and they've also lost a whooping 8 games playing from away. So it goes to show that when playing from away, they're not doing as much. So also the last time they met saw the home side Kedah defeating the side by 2-1. So we do expect a repeat of that win in this very encounter. The home side, who is doing better at the moment, to rise to the occasion and win outrightly. Home win. That's what we expect in this very game. And that takes us to the very next game. And that next game happened to be the last for the day. What we'll have is actually in Argentina. We'll have Tigre coming up against the Racing Club. And Tigre in the past 6 games have been able to, have not been able to win any match. They've lost the entire 6 games they've had in recent occasions. And the Racing Club, on the other hand, have been able to achieve 3 wins out of 6. They've also had 3 losses also in the past 6 games they've had so far. And when you take it down to how they fared from home and away perspective, you can see that home side Tigre have managed just 2 wins in the past 10 home games. They've also had 2 draws as well as 6 losses in the past 10 home games they've had. They've actually lost 4 home games in a row. They're doing poorly at the moment. And the away side, on the other hand, Racing Club have been able to achieve 6 wins playing from away. They've also had 2 draws and also 2 losses playing from away. It goes to show they're doing fine. They're doing very well at the moment. Seeing that they've won as much as 60% of their away games they've had in recent occasions. And taking a look at how they fared from head to head, we could see that the last time both teams met, the last 2 occasions, saw Racing Club, claiming them spoils on those 2 occasions. And the very last one, which was in February this year, saw Racing Club defeating this side by 3-0. So we do expect a repeat of this in this very encounter. It is the away side that is expected to rise to the occasion and win outrightly in this very game. It is a away win. That's our verdict for that very encounter, and that brings our predictions, on Betkraft for you today to a conclusion. All right, we hope that today that we're going to have a wonderful 100% record of winning today. And I wish you the very best of luck. And I also urge you to remember to play with what you can afford to lose. It's only a football game. Do not put all your entire your entire fortune in a football game. Anything can happen in football games. All right. That being said, tomorrow is another big day for us. It is a Saturday, and we're going to have a lot of good games that we are going to come up with. So keep it with us tomorrow. But until then, keep winning.